Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie z tej strony Koko i kolejny odcinek gry pod tytułem Zło, które żyje pod słońcem. Zaczynamy! Kochani, przybyliśmy do wioski, gdzie Hercules Poirot rozpocznie wykonywanie powierzonych mu zadań. Najpierw, mój drogi, chciałabym, żebyś wypchnął na szyld tego budyneczku.
Repairs both motor cars and boats?
Dobrze, to my się tam udamy. Chodź. Porozmawiaj sobie z tym panem.
Ready to head back to the island, Mr. Poirot?
Not quite yet.
I know we haven't been properly introduced, but I'm Will Jenks, and I've heard you're a famous detective.
I am the detective, it is true. But famous? No. That is something of an exaggeration.
Steady on, old boy.
Ah, Hastings, you caution me against braggadocio, so I display modesty, and still you find fault.
It's my young lady, Gladys. Maybe you've seen her at the Smuggler's Rest?
Tak, szczęście z pana młodzieńcze.
Bien, you are a lucky young man.
I do know that, Mr. Poirot. Not many girls in these parts can hold a candle to my Gladys, but lately she's been very distant to me.
She is of the opinion that you are seeing someone else.
But that's nonsense.
Someone she called only the slip of a girl?
But who? She means that Marshall girl what arrived a few days ago. She's been following me about ever since I first took him across on the sea tractor.
Czy w jakiś sposób ją pan do tego zachęcał?
Have you encouraged Madame Marshall?
I should hope not. Why, she's just a kid. She'd be in school if she wasn't tossed out of that posh girls' school of hers.
In some ways, yes. Perhaps she is, as you say, still the kid. In others, who can tell?
Dokąd za panem chodziła?
Where has she followed you?
She'll call for the sea tractor. I'll bring her across. Then she'll want to go right back to the island again. Then she's always hanging about the garage here. I think she may be a thief too.
What makes you say that?
Well, my shovel's gone missing, hasn't it? And I first noticed it was gone right after one of her visits here. You believe me, don't you, Mr. Poirot?
Yes, but it is not important that I believe you. It is Gladys who must believe.
I'll wring that Linda Marshall's neck for her.
I will have the talk with Mademoiselle Marshall. In the meantime, there will be no wringing of the necks. Promise me.
I promise.
Dobrze, kochany, rozejrzyjmy się tutaj. Nic nie będziemy zabierać, bo tutaj przecież jest Willie Jenks, a tutaj
Motorcars
chodzi
hold
o...
no interest for Poirot.
No właśnie.
I should be able to drive wherever I like.
Dobrze, to idziemy dalej.
The village is practically abandoned.
Zobacz, co my tutaj mamy. Nie możemy ten szyld zobaczyć, no to wejdź do środka. Co my tutaj mamy? Tu są książki, może to jest biblioteka, ale zobaczmy, czy gdzieś tutaj coś nie mamy zabrać. O, mamy, zabierz. I co dostaliśmy? Broszurka o kościele świętego Patryka. Zobaczmy. O. Dobrze, to chodźmy dalej. Aha, czyli to chyba jest apteka, tutaj jest poczta, a tutaj biblioteka. No podejdźmy bliżej do tej pani uroczej. Porozmawiajmy z nią.
Yes? Did I keep you waiting? I'm afraid I'm not myself today. I'm ever so distracted trying to solve this mystery.
Kochana,
A
masz
mystery.
szczęście, przed
Sounds
tobą stoi
promising.
słynny detektyw.
What is the nature of your mystery, madam?
Several letters have gone missing over the past few days. I can't understand it. I'm terribly conscientious with the post, I promise you. Someone must be stealing them.
Were the letters valuable?
No. They were important to my customers who were expecting them, perhaps, but none contained money or anything like that. Still, my customers are complaining and I'm at a loss to explain it.
O czymś jeszcze mamy z nią porozmawiać?
May I help you, sir?
No merci.
You can borrow that if you like.
Pewnie, że pożyczamy. Jak on chce, to nie ma sprawy. Coś tutaj ma zabrać. A tu? Moment.
You can just take that. No charge.
I jeszcze
I'm
łypnij
sorry,
tutaj.
sir. You mustn't touch that. I use the test tubes to test for chemicals and to make up the various solutions and powders I dispense by prescription, and the microscope to look for impurities.
It is a shame not to have access to the equipment, Hastings. It would be handy to be able to test various substances you come across in your investigation.
Dobrze, to chodźmy tutaj. Pani Kassel nam dała książkę. Oddamy. Niewolnice miłości, słuchajcie. Czekaj, możemy to zobaczyć? No, ta sama. Arabelli Richards. Pamiętacie, kto ją czytał i gdzie? Dobrze.
Oh, that does not make sense.
Jak to nie mamy jej oddać? Chyba mamy.
I will not do that.
Na pewno?
May I help you, sir?
Może tak. O! Czy tak, zwracam książkę pani
I am
Kassel.
returning a book for Mrs. Castle.
Oh, Love's Captive by Mrs. Arabella Richardson. I've read that one. It's a classic.
How anyone can call that rot a classic is beyond me.
I agree, Hastings, but we should not
No
judge.
właśnie.
You're right, of course, old man. Not everyone can appreciate true classics like Rough Shooting or By Motor Across Asia.
Wszystko zależy, Hastings, od zainteresowań. Nawet jeżeli chodzi o książeczki. Dobrze, o co mamy się ją zapytać? Czy ma pani jakieś książki, które mogłyby się nadać na rocznicowy prezent dla żony?
Do you have any books suitable as an anniversary present for a wife?
To purchase, you mean, sir? Not many. Let me see. Tell me about your wife, sir. Are you interested in spicing up your relationship a tittle?
No. No spices needed.
O rany!
Lady Chatterley's lover is right out then. What else? Is she fond of murder, sir?
I should hope not.
Too bad. Murder's very popular.
Lucky for you, Poirot. Shouldn't like to see you out of a job.
Keep searching, if you please.
I don't suppose she knits.
But of course she knits. Very much she knits.
Here's a brand new book we just got in. Easy French Knitting Patterns by Eugenie Blottieri. 1 and 6, please.
Huh? £1.06?
Colour illustrations cost a bit more. Thank you for your business, sir.
Au revoir, madame.
Let's
A to
see.
możemy jeszcze kupić?
That will be 5 pence, if you please, sir.
I need more money, Hastings.
Wire your bank.
Madam,
Dobrze,
I
czyli już
find
wiemy.
myself short of the required funds. I need to wire my bank.
Of course, sir. Just step over to the post office, if you please.
Dobrze, czyli wiemy, co mamy zrobić. Chodź tutaj.
How may I be of service,
Na
sir?
nią.
I would like to send a telegram.
Of course, sir. Please just fill out one of those forms on the counter.
Przed chwilką z nim rozmawiałaś. No dobrze, to łypnij na to i wypełniamy. do banku.
Thank you, sir. I'll send it off directly.
Herkulesie, patrz jakie śliczne
Madam,
kocisko.
what is the name of this creature?
That's my Chloe. Isn't she a cutiekins?
Zgadzam się.
Delightful.
A co tam jest za
I say,
biurkiem?
there's an envelope stuck down there behind the cabinet.
I see it, Hastings. I also see the cat.
Dobrze, to wychodzimy z apteko, poczty, księgarni i idziemy dalej. Zobacz.
The door? It is boarded up. They must have evacuated some time ago.
Wejdźmy. O, jaki ładny piesek!
Look at the size of that brute.
Chyba Poirot mu się nie spodobał.
A life-ring boy. Very handy if the pub should start to sink.
Podejdź bliżej. Porozmawiamy z barmanem.
Like to try your hand at a game of darts?
No mercy.
Maybe later then.
Perhaps.
Czy ten straszny pies należy do pana? Jaki on tam straszny, Herkulesie.
Does that formidable dog belong to you?
Yes, that's Baskerville. I've had him since he was a small... well, he was never that small.
Mało dziś klientów.
Not many customers today.
What can you expect? Most of the town has been evacuated. And very few tourists turn up these days.
Lubi pan grę w rzutki?
You enjoy the playing of the darts?
Darts is my game, right enough. It's been a tradition in these parts for centuries. Did you know the famous smuggler Tom Cutter was an expert dartsman?
No, I did not.
Struth. He played at the smuggler's end almost every night when he wasn't out at sea. A masterful player was old Tom. They say he scored more ton 80s than anyone before or since.
Ton 80s, Hastings.
The highest possible score in a single throw, Poirot. 3 darts, all inside the inner narrow ring of the 20 wedge.
Mniemam, że Baskerville jest wybornym psem stróżującym.
I trust Baskerville is the excellent watchdog.
Oh, hey. We have never had any trouble in here since Baskerville's come of age. Can't train him to do anything, of course. But with Baskerville, growling works a treat.
Czy Baskerville ugryzł kogoś kiedykolwiek?
Has Baskerville ever bitten anyone?
Well, doesn't need to, does he? All he has to do is growl.
Czy widział pan kiedykolwiek ducha Toma Cuttera?
Have you ever seen Tom Cutter's ghost?
Aha, Cutter.
No, but I've heard of them that has. If I was lucky enough to meet up with a ghost, I'd challenge him to a game of darts.
And how did he die?
He was hanged by the excise men from the Smuggler's End sign. It's said he walks again every year on the anniversary of his death.
And on what day did he die?
August 24th, that's right. Tonight is the anniversary of Tom Cutter's murder.
Monsieur Cutter lived at the Smuggler's End?
Hey, it was the only lodging on the island until the hotel was built a few years ago.
Wie pan coś o skarbach Toma Cuttera?
Do you know anything of Tom Cutter's treasure?
A lot of folk have looked high and low for the treasure, but no one's found so much as a farthing in all these years.
Thank you for the conversation, my friend.
Stop in any time. Maybe we can have a darts match.
Dobrze, to chodź tutaj.
Bonjour, Colonel Weston.
Poirot, my old friend, what brings you to Leathercombe Bay?
A short trip to the seaside to replenish their little grey cells.
You stopping at the Smuggler's Rest? Damn shame, old man. I expect to get orders to close up the hotel any day now. This is one of the last coastal areas to be evacuated.
Dowodzisz obroną cywilną?
You're in charge of their home guard?
Yes, I've set up camp in the Leathercombe Bay police station now that their constables left for Modbury to help there.
Zauważyłeś w okolicy jakiś
Have you noticed
podejrzany?
any suspicious characters about?
Any stranger is suspicious these days. Did you have someone specifically in mind?
I came upon a man who called himself North. He seemed to be trying to gain entry to the Smuggler's End pub.
I have the only key. If he's that thirsty, he'll have to come over here to the mainland or break in. I'll keep a lookout for him. If you could get me a picture, I could send it off to Scotland Yard and see if they can come up with anything.
May I borrow the key to the Smuggler's End? I would like to see if I can discover what interests him.
Be my guest. Regular law enforcement's stretched pretty thin these days.
Czy to twój stetoskop?
Is that your stethoscope?
Belongs to Dr. Neasden, a local coroner. He left it here last night. I was going to return it to him.
Say, that would work a treat if we wanted to listen at doors.
May I borrow it?
Practicing medicine without a license, Poirot.
It may be useful. One never knows.
You're welcome to it. I'm sure Neasden has others.
Masz akta morderstwa Millie Parson?
Do you have the file of the Millie Parsons murder case?
Yes, at my office in Kingsbridge. A bad business. I'll have it sent over this afternoon.
Many thanks, Colonel. Dangerous times, Colonel.
Indeed. I have spotters up and down the stretch of coastline. We've had several sightings of U-boats quite close to shore this month alone.
Mon Dieu! When?
Let's see. August 5th, the 13th, the 16th, and again just last night, the 23rd.
Poirot, those dates don't match at all with Mrs. Castle's calendar.
It is true what you say, Hastings.
All right, Poirot. We've known each other a good many years. You need a stethoscope and the key to the pub? You'll forgive my saying so, but this sounds like a busman's holiday to me. If you are onto something, don't you think you'd better share?
My friend, I have only the suspicions. But yes, I think there may be some cloud hanging over Seadrift Island. A number of items have gone missing. There is tension in the air. It was never my intention to take on a case here. But now my visit may have become what you say, the busman's holiday.
Well, let me know if you uncover any serious evidence of a crime. I'll be here in Leathercombe Bay tomorrow if you need me.
Many thanks, my friend.
I'm off now, over to Kingsbridge for a district guard meeting.
Farewell.
Dobrze. Mamy się rozejrzeć. Tutaj.
A regulation dartboard.
Fancy a short game, sir? 3 throws each?
No, merci.
No,
Oh, as you like. Maybe later.
możliwe. Tutaj nic. Nic zabrać. No to chodź do niego.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hello, a new face. Join me, sir. Blatt's the name. Horace Blatt.
Hercule Poirot.
Hairdresser, are ya?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I dunno. Something about your manner.
I am not a dresser of hairs. I am a detective.
No właśnie.
A detective?
Zaraz
Oui,
wieje.
it is true. I arrived only last night.
Czy to pan jest tym zapalonym żeglarzem, panie Blatt?
You are the avid sailor, Monsieur Blatt.
Used to sail quite a bit as a boy. Not this part of the world. Off the east coast. I could have a first-rate yacht if I liked, but somehow I don't really fancy it. Much rather muck about in that little yawl of mine.
You would rather do the sailing yourself, perhaps? Rather than a crew?
Got it in one, Monsieur Poirot. I like being in control, I suppose. Feeling the boat respond as I put her through her courses. Same with business too, come to think of it. Made me what I am today. You've heard of Blatt's hardware, I'm sure.
I may have.
Biggest concern of its kind in London.
Nieczęsto spotyka się żaglówkę z czerwonym żaglem.
It is not often one sees this sailboat with a red sail.
Oh, I like a bit of change. No harm in it, I suppose.
None at all.
Co pana sprowadza na Wyspę Przemytników?
What brings you to Seadrift Island?
Don't really know why I came here. I suppose it sounded romantic. Smuggler's Rest. Makes you think of when you were a boy. Pirates, smuggling, all that.
Co pan sądzi o naszych współgościach?
What do you think of our fellow guests?
Mostly a dried up lot of sticks if you ask me. That Mrs. Marshall, she's the only lively one in the place. I should think Marshall's got his hands full with her. Oh, Redfern's all right too, I guess. He's been out once or twice with me in my yawl. Can't get hold of him now, always hanging about Mrs. Marshall. Afraid I have to run over to Kingsbridge.
You will sail no more this afternoon?
I think not. Saw a bank of fog sitting off the coast when I was out before. Expect it'll roll in before evening. Wouldn't want to get caught in it along this coast. Good day to you, Monsieur Poirot.
Now, why should the fact that you're a detective get his wind up? Poirot!
Hairdresser?
Straszne oburzenie, ja wiem o tym. Idziemy tędy. Zobacz, co my tutaj mamy.
Quite securely locked, I am afraid.
Dobrze, no to wracamy. Ciekawa jestem, czy już pieniądze przyszły. Sprawdźmy.
Are there any telegrams for me?
I'll just check. Sorry, sir. Nothing at the moment.
Dobrze, to myślę, że pójdziemy do Willego Jenksa i wrócimy na Wyspę Przemytników, aby rozpocząć realizację naszych zadań.
Like a ride to the island?
Z miłą
Yes,
chęcią.
please.
Let's be off then. I've been looking after the hotel garage and driving the sea tractor for almost 5 years now. Motor cars are my passion. I keep the guests' motors clean and full of petrol. I also tend to any repairs they might need as well. Just look at that Major Barry's motor now, a 1938 Triumph Dolomite. It's a beautiful piece of British style and manufacturing. I can't think but what the war effort will take all the great designers to work on tanks and whatnot.
To idziemy. Podejdź. Skorzystamy z klucza i wejdziemy sobie do kryjówki przemytnika.
The door, it is locked
Wiem,
tight.
bo mamy przecież klucz. Gdzie on jest?
I confess that your logic, it escapes me. Magnifique!
Podejdź bliżej, zobaczymy tutaj, co tutaj jest.
That dartboard looks centuries old. I say, Poirot, see the carved letters? 2 N's and an E.
Tutaj mamy się na pewno rozejrzeć. Chodźmy dalej. No idziemy. Tak, pamiętacie pierwszą historię? Zobaczmy to.
What have we here, Hastings?
No właśnie. Co my tu mamy jeszcze? Tu są jakieś beczki.
What have we here, Hastings?
Wilka, czy my nie mamy jakiejś szklanki? Mamy. O, proszę. Zabieramy. Idziemy. I wychodzimy. Dobrze, zobaczymy, co pisze tam w naszym notatniku. To idziemy. Spróbujemy znaleźć pana Grangera. Mamy dla niego tą książkę Robótka na prezent rocznicowy. Posłuchaj.
Now we have heard all we can here, Hastings.
Tak mówisz, to. To chodź tutaj. Może on jest tam, gdzie był ostatnio. O, nie, chodź.
Monsieur Gardner, do you think your wife would like this book?
Easy French knitting patterns. Poirot, you're a genius.
To zejdziemy sobie na dół. Chodź, chodź. Tam coś jest, nie? Przyjrzyj się temu.
There is something snagged by the swimming floor. I wonder what it could be.
Life ring away by the look of it. I wonder if a ship has come to harm. I know there's no use asking if you'd have a quick swim out there to have a look.
I am happy you realize that, my friend.
Dobrze, to wyruszamy dalej. Pójdziemy teraz do świątyni i spróbujemy się tam do środka dostać. Jeszcze nie wiem jak dokładnie, ale coś wymyślimy na miejscu. Chodź, chodź. O, porozmawiaj jeszcze z nim.
Mr. Redfern, Poirot is not the swimmer like you. I noticed something caught on the swimming float. It may cause an injury to someone. Would you retrieve it?
I'd be happy to help you, but the strap on my swimming goggles is broken. As much as I like swimming, I can't go into the salt water without my goggles.
Perhaps I can repair them for you.
No to mamy kolejne
There
zadanie.
you go. I'll be
Musimy
here most of the
naprawić
afternoon,
mu
I expect,
okulary do
if you manage to fix
pływania.
them.
To moment. To są jego okulary. Jak się mam przypatrzeć? Ich pasek jest przecięty, tak? A mamy tu jakiś pasek. Da się połączyć? O!
Almost there.
Prawie? A czemu prawie? A może tym szpikulcem uda nam się jakąś dziurkę zrobić?
But yes, your ingenuity is remarkable.
Co mu damy?
This is neither the time nor the place.
To co, mam mu nie dawać tego? Jeszcze raz.
I confess that your logic, it escapes me.
O, to może tak.
Yes? Mr. Poirot, you fixed my goggles. That's part of the strap from a suitcase, isn't it? How clever. Let's see what has been snagged on the swimming float. Beastly hot. I'll enjoy the dip.
Dobrze, kochani, to idziemy do ruin. Chodź tędy, Herkulesie. Dobrze, kochani, jesteśmy już przy ruinach klasztoru. Chciałabym się dostać do środka.
I imagine this was quite a beautiful structure.
Yes, Hastings, religion.
Chodź tutaj. Nie mamy klucza, więc tutaj się nic nie uda nam.
There is quite a passage down there. We will need something more than good intentions to shift the stone, however.
A czy ty sobie nie pożyczyłeś wiosło? Patrzcie. Ja bym tutaj dała je.
You continue to impress me, Hastings.
Nie, no to nie jest fajne. Myślałam, że to będzie bardziej trudne.
From the looks of this tunnel, no one's been down here in a long time. The dust on the floor is undisturbed.
Idziemy dalej. Sprawdzam od razu, czy mamy coś podnieść. O, moment.
Roman to be sure. Just think of the history these stones have seen, Hastings.
Idziemy dalej. O, coś tutaj jest. Podnieś.
By Jove, a gold coin in top condition.
Idź
May
dalej.
know, my friend Hastings, I could blunder about in these tunnels for hours while who knows what crimes are committed in my absence. I need some means to ensure I am traveling in the proper direction.
Chodzimy z tego tunelu. Myślę, że znalezioną monetę, którą za chwilkę sobie zobaczymy, oddamy pani Gardner jako prezent na rocznicę ślubu dla jej męża. Pamiętacie? On zbiera przecież monetę. Dobrze, już wyszliśmy z tunelu. Zobaczmy sobie tę monetę, jak ona wygląda. I udajemy się do hotelu. Tędy chyba będzie szybciej. Tutaj ich nie ma. Ja bym poszła do ich pokoju. Chodź. Gdzie to jest? Tutaj są chyba schody. Dobrze, w którym oni to pokoju mieszkają? Tutaj, nie? Pokój numer 3.
Mr. Poirot,
Pewnie,
did
że
you find
tak.
something Oakley would like as an anniversary present?
I believe I have, madam. This gold coin should interest him, don't you think?
Oh, this is perfect. Wherever did you find it?
That must remain my secret for now.
Here is your shawl, Mr. Poirot, and thank you.
Dobrze, teraz spróbujemy pomóc Lindzie. Chyba tędy. O nie. Tędy będzie szybciej. Jeszcze nie wiemy, jak temu ptaszkowi mamy pomóc, ale się na pewno dowiemy. Pomożemy go najpierw Lindzie złapać.
No more can be
Nie?
learned by disturbing her any further at the moment.
Czyli mamy go złapać.
The bird is close enough you could trap the bird with a fishnet without getting your feet wet.
We do not have the fishnet.
What about the shawl? It would do as well, I think.
This beautiful shawl? You cannot mean it.
Ja też o
Suit
tym
yourself.
pomyślałam.
It's up to you.
Jasne, że szal. Coś jeszcze tu mamy zrobić? Nie. Kochani, teraz udamy się na nadbrzeże i weźmiemy ciągnik morski. Pojedziemy oczywiście do sklepu, biblioteko, księgarni i poczty. Dowiemy się, czy przyszły już nasze pieniążki, a nuż widelec otrzymamy książkę, która nam podpowie, jak mamy oczyścić tego ptaka z oleju. Chodź, chodź.
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Tak, w
Yes,
istocie.
please.
On me way. If you're looking for entertainment during your stay, there's not much at Leathercombe Bay or at the hotel these days. My Gladys and I usually go into Kingsbridge to the moving pictures, and there's some dancing at the hotel there still. Although, when I asked Gladys for this weekend, she refused and gave no reason, no matter how much I asked. She just said I should know. I don't understand women. I truly don't.
Dobrze, udamy się teraz do sklepu, poczty, biblioteko, księgarnio, apteki. Chodź. Zapytamy się najpierw, czy pieniążki już przyszły.
Are there any telegrams for me?
I'll just check. Of course, sir.
To idziemy tutaj. Kupimy to.
Let's see. That will be 5 pence, if you please, sir. Thank you for your business, sir. May I help you, sir?
Porozmawiajmy z nią i dowiedzmy się, czy ma jakąś książkę o opiece nad dzikimi ptakami.
Do you have any books on the caring for the wild birds?
I know we have a book on local birds somewhere. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Birding on Devon's Shores by Major Marcus Touchberry. And yes, here's a chapter describing some treatments for various afflictions. Oh dear.
What is it?
Most of the time the author says to just shoot them. There's another chapter of recipes.
How much is the book, please?
50 pence for the week. Thank you for your business, sir.
Au revoir, madame.
Dobrze, wracamy do hotelu.
Like a ride to the island?
Tak.
Yes, please.
Let's be off then. There's not so much to do in Leathercombe Bay now that the evacuation's begun. Most places are closed up except the chemists. Mrs. Hughes has to stay because she's the post office too, and lending library if it comes to that. But it's the post that must be seen too. Now that the Smuggler's End is closed, the only pub is the Monk's Hood. Mr. Bagby is trying to stay open long as he can. Once the hotel is closed, there won't be much trade for him.
Dobrze, Herkulesie. Ruszaj do hotelu. Pójdziemy teraz do swojego pokoju i do Lindy, która czeka już w naszej łazience. Zaraz się dowiemy, jak mamy uratować ptaka. No chodź, chodź. Dobrze, przeczytajmy. Dobrze, no to próbujemy. Podejdź bliżej. A moment, ręczniki, nie? Tutaj weź.
Monsieur Poirot, we need to clean the Glolymores quickly. I don't think it will last much longer.
Szczotka, mamy szczotkę. Wzięliśmy ten olej, nie? Syrop, butelka pokostu szkutniczego. O, jest.
Précisément. Oui.
Damy Lindzie.
Now rub the mineral oil onto the bird with this brush. This will make the motor oil easier to remove.
I scrubbed the poor thing with mineral oil. I suppose we're fighting oil with oil.
Eh bien, now I must apply the detergent to the brush.
To my to mamy zrobić, tak?
Précisément. Oui.
Że znowu Lindzie podajemy.
Now rub the detergent onto the bird with this brush to remove the oils.
We progress. Now we must rinse the bird. I will turn on the taps.
Czyli odkręćmy.
We are almost finished, mademoiselle. Dry the bird with these towels.
Już podamy jej ręczniki. Dobrze, to tu wyjdziemy stąd. Udamy się znowu do wioski. Momencik, ja sobie tylko sprawdzę. Rozwiąż nieporozumienie między Gladys, Willem i Lindą. Tylko to nam jeszcze zostało. Znów, kochani, udajemy się na nadbrzeże, wzywamy ciągnik morski i pójdziemy sobie do sklepu.
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Tak, w istocie.
Yes, please?
On me way. This sea tractor is a rare contraption, isn't it? When the Smuggler's Rest was first built, they used to ferry folks over by boat. But the current across the causeway here can be powerful at times. When they updated the hotel in 1932, I think it was, they had the tractor built. High tide, low tide, strong current or no, the tractor she just plows along, keeping us high and dry. It's a miracle of modern engineering, I calls it.
Dobrze, pójdziemy sobie do sklepu. Może ta pani bibliotekarka, aptekarka powie nam jakieś plotki. Proszę, jest tu i Linda.
She has enough candles in there to light up a church.
I beg your pardon, mademoiselle?
I'm so clumsy.
Mademoiselle, may I speak to you?
Of course.
Gladys is very upset with Will.
What has it got to do with me?
She believes that you are trying to come between them.
Oh, I didn't mean... I didn't know. I have no reason to hurt either one of them. I was just... Garage was a place to get away from the island.
Would you tell that to Gladys? I believe it would ease her mind.
Of course, of course. Thank you for telling me.
And so, Hastings, we come to the third act of my story. You have spread your investigations beyond the island to the town of Leathercombe Bay. This is most excellent. You have met the rest of our cast and seen how a favor performed can earn a favor in return. Even now I suspect certain suggestions present themselves to you?
It's obvious there was more than one mystery on Seadrift Island. In fact, almost everyone seemed to have something to hide.
Précisément. Keep that in mind. Few cases are so neat and tidy as to have only one person up to no good. You must first dispose of the red herrings before the fox he can be treed.
What next, Poirot?
Night has fallen on Seadrift Island, and with it the fog has crept in from the sea. And this is the night the ghost of Tom Cutter is said to walk. Remember the other two vignettes I shared with you as well. A murder of a girl. A ritual. As before, if you find yourself unable to progress, I will assist with the magic of the Finger of Suspicion.
Ah, yes. Time now for a third clue to its secret.
The third clue? It is desk.
Power? Lamp? The lamp on the desk, of course. The Finger of Suspicion must be powered somehow by the desk lamp.
Dobrze, kochani, na tym skończymy dzisiejszy odcinek. Mam nadzieję, że Wam się podobał. Ja serdecznie Was zapraszam na kolejne odcinki z tej serii i mówię Wam już pa pa!